Hi, it's Doug talking about Standard Operating Guidelines and Procedures feature within the Fire Department online software. After signing into your website, you will be presented with the firefighter's home page. Your home page will look a little different than what is being shown to you here, as your website will be customized for your fire department. Also, your fire department may not have implemented all options available within the fire department online software. We are signed in as a firefighter who can maintain standard operating guidelines and procedures. From any screen within the system, in our case we are on the home page, click on Administration from the navigation bar. On the Administration home page, click on the SOG/SOP listings button. As we can see, there are currently no SOGs or SOPs added to the system. Let's add an SOG now by clicking on the Add Document button. We are presented with the Add Document page. First, we must click on the document type of either SOG or SOP. The document number field is a numeric value up to 4 digits in length. Required reading is used when listing the SOGs and SOPs in the reporting section, which we will show you shortly. Notice that required reading is defaulted to yes. Document description is for the description of the SOG or SOP being added. The choose file is so you can navigate to the location of the PDF file of the document you are adding. Once we have finished entering the necessary information about the SOG or SOP, we click on the Add Document button. We are returned to the document listings page with a confirmation message stating that the SOG document was successfully added. Notice that SOG 0001 is now listed. We are now looking at a different firefighter who logged into the system before we added SOG 0001. Let me reload the page now that I've added SOG 0001. Now we see the red button mentioning to the firefighter that there is one outstanding SOG, SOPs they need to review. The reason for signing in as a different firefighter is because the system only informs firefighters about any outstanding SOGs or SOPs that require reviewing if the signed in firefighter isn't the firefighter who uploaded the SOG or SOP. I will now stop the video and add a few more documents. I have refreshed the page after adding another 17 documents, and as you can see, the system is telling this firefighter that there are now 18 SOG SOPs that they need to review. Let's see all the documents that this firefighter must review. Let's click on the red review button to see what we have to review. Another way to see what we have to review is click on Reporting from the navigation bar from any screen we are currently on. Click on the SOG SOPs button under the General Reports. A listing of all documents requiring review are listed first, followed by any documents that this firefighter has reviewed, which currently isn't any. Notice that the documents are listed by document number. However, we see that SOP 0001 is listed at the bottom of the screen. This is because I set SOP 0001 required reading to no. As you can see, this does not stop the document from being listed as required reading, but moves the document to the bottom of the list so that documents that are required reading are at the top of the list. Let's review SOP 0002 by clicking on its description of PPE. The PDF file for this document is open for us. There are zoom controls located at the bottom of the page so you can either enlarge or shrink the document print size. After reading the first page, we need to click on the Next Page button. Once we have finished reading page 2, which is the last page of this document, at the bottom of the page there is now a "I acknowledge that I have completely read SOP 0002 button. We have now completely read this SOP, so let's click the Acknowledge button mentioned earlier. We are returned to the document listings page where SOP 0002 is no longer listed under Documents Not Reviewed, but is now listed under Documents Reviewed. Let's go back to the home page and we'll notice that the Outstanding SOG SOPs to Review button now states that we have 17 SOG SOPs to review. We will update the spelling error on SOP 0004 by clicking the checkbox to the left of SOP 0004. The maintenance screen is presented to us for this SOP. We can change the document type if required. The document number cannot be changed. Required reading can be changed. And of course, the document description can be changed. If we update any of the mentioned fields, this will not force that the document needs to be read again by any firefighter who has already read the document. However, if we upload a new PDF file, this will force all firefighters who have read SOP 0004 to show that they must reread this document again. We are currently looking at a firefighter who has read SOP 0004. Notice the spelling error is there. Now we will refresh, reload this page, and we can see the correction to the spelling error, and SOP 0004 is still listed as being read by this firefighter. We are now looking at a signed-in firefighter with the necessary authority to update SOG or SOPs. We are now going to retire SOP 0001 by clicking on the checkbox on the far right of the SOP 0001 line. Notice the comment informing us that all input fields have been disabled since we are going to retire this SOP. If you clicked on the wrong document to retire, just click on the Return to Document Listings button. Since we want to retire this document, let's click on the Retire SOP 0001 button. We are returned to the Document Listings page where we receive a confirmation message telling us that SOP 0001 was successfully retired. If required, we can always add a new SOP 0001 document, which would force all firefighters to review the new SOP 0001. That concludes the video on Standard Operating Guidelines and Procedures from Fire Department Online. Thanks for watching.